Hey, it's Greg Boudreaux, one of the artists and co-director of the Vigil project, and we're back this week to talk more about what is Catholic music. Thanks for joining us. And last week we explored a little bit about prayer and asking what is it that we're talking about when we talk about prayer. Well, today I want to go deeper into the music side of things that we've been talking about and actually ask the question, what's the purpose of music in the first place? Well, the best way that I can think of to answer that question is actually just to tell you a little story. I was a sophomore in college at Auburn University, and after a big football win on a Saturday night, I found myself in one of the bars in town, just packed with people. A group of strangers all packed into this bar and all doing their own thing. And then suddenly, across the speakers comes a familiar melody line. It was the start of Journey's song, "Don't Stop Believing." And as the song progressed and as it went through more and more, there was more and more animated participation. And as the guitar solo soared into that final chorus, everyone's glasses and hands spontaneously went up in the air and everyone sang together that phrase that we know so well, "Don't stop believing." And as I stood there and as I looked around this bar, I realized, man, there's not a stranger in this place. Within the span of 3 minutes, we went from all being these islands in this packed bar to now all feeling like we're best friends and participating in the same song. And I remember thinking, even at the time, not knowing the Lord, this is what music is all about. So as we seek to answer the question, what's the purpose of music? Why did God give us this gift in the first place? There's two things that come to mind for me. Number one, to bring us into communion with Him. And number two, to bring us into deeper communion with each other. And maybe part of that answer was demonstrated that night at the bar, even if another part of it wasn't, right? That night at the bar, what I experienced was this moment where a song in 3 minutes brought all these strangers into deep community. That's one of the big parts of music. That's one of the big gifts that song gives us. It leads us into one song with the same words, with the same melody, and the crowd could be as big as the whole world singing the same song. But there was something missing that night at the bar. What was missing was a song that led us into communion with God. And when I think about this, it kind of makes sense why King David wrote the book of Psalms. Why was he singing? For these reasons precisely. And we see this in Psalm 150. The very last line in the book of Psalms is this: "Let everything that has breath praise the Lord." This is a call from King David, and this is his reason for singing. Let all of us at the same time be brought into deeper communion with God and deeper communion with each other, as every breath and everything that has breath gives Him praise. This is the purpose of music. Thanks so much for joining me this week on our 6-part exploration of what is Catholic music. Look forward to seeing you next time.